What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of Crestoria video. There's a little more news to talk about tonight in regards to the game. We already went over the trailer in my previous video, which is the final trailer before release, even though it's still about a month away. And then obviously we have the open beta within the next week or two coming out here. But I wanted to go over real quickly, this probably is going to be a very short video, the pre-registration campaign. Now, there was already one on the Japanese side when they were first started talking about it. I think it was on the English side too, where they talked about like summon tickets that we were going to be able to get. I don't know if that's going to be added on to this or how that's going to work, but we have a new pre-registration campaign. So if you go to the Tales of Crestoria website and you go to special or just pre-register now actually, and then you scroll down here, you get to see the campaign. This is campaign part 2. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna get 10 free summon tickets, or maybe the equivalent of that many summons, and then we're also gonna get this if we hit all this stuff. So it's kind of like what would happen with SAO, where like a month before they had these pre-registration campaigns. And as we hit the goals, you know, they'd cross stuff off. And if we hit all the goals, they'll add more onto that if there's still some time left. So let's just go over real quick what everything is going to be. If we hit 300,000, so all these pre-registrations are going to be through, like, both the app stores, you know, Google Play and Apple. And it's going to be on both sides of the game. So worldwide total. So this is people pre-registering in Japan. You know, if you live in an English-speaking country that gets the English version, you're just going to get it there. Just everywhere that it's going to be downloadable or pre-registerable. So 300,000, we get a head attachment, which, you know, is kind of like whatever. But they did mention that there was going to be a lot we could do with customization of our characters, making them wear silly stuff and what have you. At 350,000, we get enhancement materials. So we get Earth Brew, we get Fire Brew, or we get Earth Brew, Water Brew, and Fire Brew times 5. So I'm assuming that these enhancement materials are just for your levels. These ones specifically, I think, are just going to be, so this will be for fire units, this will be for, or wait, which one's going to be what? So I assume the red one's fire, the orange one is probably earth, and then the blue one is water, so that'll be for those 3 elements there. And then we also get 500 Gleam Stones, so I guess Gleam Stones are the currency in this game. Thank goodness they're not doing what Global Rays did, where they had Mirror Gems as their free-to-play currency, while the JP version had Diamonds and then Mirror Gems. So it looks like there's just going to be one summon currency across the board, which is nice to know. So, and they say it's worth 2 summons, so that means a single summon is going to be 250 Gleam Stones, which means a multi for 10 will obviously be 2,500, so that'll be worth noting when you're starting up the game and starting to save currency. At 400,000, we get an attachment for the eyes. It does say vote for each one, so there's obviously going to be a voting. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So there's a voting thing here. Announce. So on May 27th, they will announce the winner. So that's a month from today. Okay, so that's going to be roughly, you know, probably like a week before the game comes out. So we're either going to get, so head, eyes, face. So I guess all 3 of these, so I guess whichever one we vote for of these 3, that's what we get. So we would get the weird looking afro thing, the glasses, and then I don't know what the third thing would be, because it says eyes and face. I guess the little blush marks down there. And then we got the ears here, we got the mask here, and then the dog nose here. And then we've got, what is that supposed to be, like Rolo or something? Well, it's definitely not Rolo, but same idea. So this, we've got the giant eyebrows, and then we've got the glasses. So those are, I guess, what we're going to be voting for. Let's make an outfit through popular vote from citizens around the world. That's pretty funny. So that's what it means when we're voting for the attachments. And then at 450,000, we get more enhancement materials for the other 3 elements, wind, light, and dark. So it looks like there's going to be 6 elements. And we already know that the starter pack Velvet, the SSR Velvet, that they showed to us in the last live stream that they had, is going to be a wind element. So Obviously, those will be good for leveling her up. And we also know that probably the max level in base game is going to be 50. So that's roughly what you're going to want your characters to get to. It doesn't look like there's anything here about awakening materials. So I'm either guessing that awakening won't happen immediately, kind of like in Rays. We didn't have awakenings immediately. Same thing with Asteria, actually, too. The Tales games don't usually start with the ability to awaken SSRs or the equivalent of an SSR. So it might be like 6 months to a year until we actually start seeing awakenings. So for right now, it may just be you get the character to level 50, you enhance them, and what have you. But there's more here to talk about. Then we get 750 Gleam Stones. So with these two, that gives you 5 summons. And then for the final worldwide total at 500,000, for Enhancement Materials, we get 5 Rainbow Arts Tomes. Now, I'm not sure how this is. That might be just the other thing you level up. I don't know how many arts each character is going to have. It looks like, based on the game, it looks like probably 4. It looks like you'll have your base attack, you'll have probably 2 arts, and then you'll have your mystic arts. So these will probably be used for that. Although part of me wants to kind of think that maybe... I'm wondering how dupes are going to be used in this game when it comes to characters, because I feel like they can handle it one of 2 ways. One being dupes are what increase your Mystic Art power. Like maybe you have a Mystic Art power that goes up to 5. So if you have 1 copy and then you can pull 4 dupes and then it'll have the max power that it'll have. Or they might make it where limit breaking levels is a thing. But that doesn't seem likely because it seems like from base game, it doesn't matter if it's a rare, SR or SSR, it seems like they all go up to 50, so I don't know if limit breaking their levels will work that way, so I'm leaning more towards the Mystic Arts, but it seems like these Rainbow Arts Tomes are, or maybe this is what you get from dupes. Like maybe if you pull a dupe of a character, you get like 1 Rainbow Arts Tome and you can choose who you want to use it on. I would much prefer that, because you could just pull dupes of any SSR you want and then just save them for the character that you want to be kind of leveling up there. And then we get 1250 Gleam Stones, which is 5 summons, so that's essentially a full multi from the pre-registration campaign. And if you count the previous pre-registration campaign, that's another multi, because that's 10 tickets. If they keep it tickets, they might change it to Gleam Stones, because you gotta remember, that pre-registration campaign was from over a year ago, and who knows what they had planned with that. So overall, we could walk away with the game starting with 2 free multis. And then for all we know, it could be like SAO or some other games where you get a free tutorial multi that guarantees you an SSR. I'm not putting it out there that that's guaranteed, but that is a possibility. So if you got lucky on like your first free multi and walked away with like 2 SSRs, and let's say you didn't want to summon on the beginning batch of characters, that's 2 multis you can just sit on for the banner that you want to summon for. And then, of course, we get the attachment for the face at the final thing. Now, if we hit these fast enough, which I'm sure Japan will be carrying the torch with this, because over here, you can even just see with, like, how many views the English stuff is getting. It's obviously much more popular over in Japan, so I feel like probably at least, like, 400,000, if not 450,000, will probably be, like, the JP fan base, and then the other 50,000 might be the English fan base, which is fine. It's overall fine. But if we hit these fast enough, like let's say we hit 500,000 in 2 weeks, I feel like they would definitely add some extra stuff, because that's how you hype up players more to be playing the game. So that's pretty cool there. Let's actually click here and see the voting thing, because they said vote here. I don't see anything to vote. Pre-registration campaign, and then if I click this, what does it just take me back? Okay, yeah, just bring me back here. So I guess they haven't actually officially made the post yet. It might not be till sometime tomorrow when they make the post about voting, but I gotta say, if I had to choose, I don't really like any of them, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. I guess for silliness factor, I'd probably go with this. I don't know if it's, like, pink just because it's Mizella, or if it'll be pink on everybody. But, like, imagine putting this on someone like Luke or something, or Velvet. That looks so silly. And I do like the glasses, though. Putting the glasses on someone would be funny. But I do like that accessories are going to be a thing. So, essentially, we're going to be able to get accessories as time goes on. Maybe there will be, like, events that have specific accessories. Like maybe they'll do like a Tales of Zestiria event or Berseria event where if you actually played Berseria, there was a Saray reading a book doll you could put on people's heads or just anywhere on their body, wherever you wanted to put them. And it would be cool if they did stuff like that. Like they would take accessories from actual Tales games and put them into this for you to put on your characters. I think that'd be pretty cool. I said this video would be short, but we're running at about 10 minutes now. Just talk about everything. But I think that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about with the pre-registration campaign. So yeah, and right here they just talk about everything here. So yeah, this is all very exciting. Obviously on the 1st of May, we're going to have all the posts that they plan on making, talking about, what do you call it? The, why can't I think? What they were going to show on the next stream. So there's going to be more gameplay stuff about the co-op. They're going to talk about the open beta for the English version, I suppose, which is weird because it should be a Japanese stream. It would have been a Japanese stream, but the information's just going to be posted on Twitter. So I'm sure we'll get some information on how the English open beta is going to work. I'm sure it's a lot easier to test an open beta for the English fan base because there's not going to be as many people who will play as opposed to a Japanese one. But I'm still very curious how that's going to work because most open betas, like I mentioned, you keep essentially what happens in the gacha game. So like if we just start and we get to play like the first chapter or whatever and we do our summons, like how's that going to work? Do we just keep what's in the open beta or does it not matter? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I also said, let me know which accessories are your favorite that you're going to be voting for. And let me know if you're hyped for the game. I've seen a lot of hype over the last few hours, and it's actually very exciting to see. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.